Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the channel. We are back on Friday night. It is post-holiday craziness, and Federation Friday has returned. Thank you for tuning in, and I want to say hello to our panel. Today we're discussing Charlie X. I think it's in that book that I have, the Star Trek Compendium, it does not have Charlie X as the third episode. So I don't know which screening order they released him in, but according to...
I got the Blu-ray here. You may refer to it?
Yeah, see what that says. And then, because I know this was the third episode. But let's say hi to our panel. While Jeff is looking up that, let's say hi. Hey, Debbie, how are you?
I'm good. I'm glad we're back at Federation Fridays because I don't get to talk Star Trek too much. So I'm pleased and very excited to be here.
Well, why don't you read it to us, Jeff? What does that say?
Episode 2.
Trap, yeah, episode 2, Charlie X. The man trap was first, but I think we did the cage first. Or the menagerie, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah, because of the pilot /
Yeah. That's right.
But that was an exception. So technically, this is episode 2.
So,
but what does Paramount call it? You said?
I thought it comes up on Paramount as episode 3.
It does,
but I could be wrong. And
it does because the man trap is Oh wait, yeah, Man Trap is second. I should know this because I just watched it. So,
hold on, let me.
I just had this up. You open this back up again? Son of a bitch! Or, no, hold on. All right, here we go. So we had.
Let me see what. I'm gonna look it up on Paramount Plus here.
Nah, Paramount's lying, man. This is the golden stuff. This is the Star Trek golden stuff, man.
Season 1, episode 3, Charlie X.
Yeah. We all know what's going on, man.
It has the cage as episode 1. Man
Trap.
Well,
that's the pilot.
Episode 2, yeah.
Yeah, so they're including the pilot.
So we should have actually done Man Trap. We can do that next week and then get back on schedule.
I thought we did that one already. I don't know where that went to because I remember talking about.
Wait a minute.
I remember talking about it.
Oh, hold on a second, Debbie. Was the Man Trap your autobiography?
No. Not by any means. All
right.
No.
All right. So it's another book you're writing. All right. I have my moments.
All right.
Quick.
All right, John. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, let's move along. Let's move along. Quick.
Now I got the Muppets
thoughts.
What stuck in my head.
What were your thoughts of this episode? Just a quick before we go into it. What is your quick thoughts about it?
Debbie?
Oh, me? Oh, well, yeah, any episode, whatever Star Trek, it doesn't matter which Star Trek, if it has a kid in it, I usually don't like it. And he was kind of like the precursor to Anakin, the whiny, I didn't get my way, and but this is Anakin on steroids times 10.
Speaking from a true mom, right?
He kind of has force powers. He can make things. Well, the force doesn't make things disappear, but he can. He has his powers, and yeah, he's just Anakin on massive steroids.
Jeff, what do you think about it?
I prefer Anakin.
I'm still blown away. They'd be like going, I'm a mom, but you know what? Those kids, damn it.
Well, because normally the kids on these shows are brats.
We're waiting for the episode.
He was a brat.
Yes, to the extreme.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
now to give everybody a fair warning, I'm going off memory for Charlie X because I haven't had time to rewatch it, but I do own all the episodes on Blu-ray. I love them, and I rewatch them in order, like Charlie X episode 2.
Okay. So,
Remember a lot of singing. That's all.
well, not too much singing, but yeah, that's where we
Spock's
get
gonna get down, man. Spock's
we
gonna
get serenaded
down.
by Uhura. So the episode starts with them pulling up alongside of this. I guess it's like a warehouse ship.
Like
and,
that, all of a sudden stop kind of thing. They were hauling ass and like, we gotta stop. That kind
Well,
of stuff.
they were called to the ship because of Charlie being on the ship,
Okay.
and Charlie's. I think they say Charlie's closest relative lives on Alpha 5, and that just so happens to be where where the Enterprise is going. The Enterprise is going to Alpha 5. So these guys
Bunch
who
of
are
liars.
Yeah. Well, now are they liars or
They're lying to get him off the ship. I mean, they're nervous. They're like, bubbling over their words and, trying to say things that don't give Charlie away, but, oh yeah, he's a great dude.
Well, see, but was that Charlie? Because they get a close up of Charlie and his all white eyes, and then all of a sudden their tune changes, and they're like, "Oh, he's great. He's so much fun to have around." And
This is true. Yeah.
So to me, that's your first. I guess your first realization of the power that Charlie has. And these guys, I mean, they wanted to get this guy off the ship no matter what. But Charlie helps because Charlie wants to leave too. Because he wants to be with
likes him.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
so they get Charlie off and they go their own way. And as Charlie's leaving, he runs into Yeoman Rand.
Now that's my
And-
chick. She's a cool chick, man.
Yeoman Rand, who I think, I mean, you can just look at her and say, okay, of course, a 17-year-old is gonna be infatuated. And what I thought was funny. I don't know if this was in your version of Star Trek, Jeff. They might have edited this out for Paramount, but I watched an original cut of Charlie X, and he goes through the doors, and there's Yeoman Rand in the hallway, and the doors, what's his name? Kirk is there, and you hear, and you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
So, every time Charlie's walking down the hallway and he sees,
You had me going for a half second there, like, going, hold on, what episode do I have? Hold on.
he sees Yeoman Rand, and it's like,
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, baby.
so
Yeah,
then he
I tell you
goes,
what, hold on. I tell you what, go back to Yeoman Randall. She was a very important character, I thought, to the Star Trek world. Unfortunately, she wasn't, but she was the first Star Trek person I ever met, and first autograph I ever got.
Aw.
where did you meet her?
It was before they're calling cons and stuff. It was just where people met, and they showed like Star Trek, bloopers, and you had people selling their crafts and whatnot, and there's people are swapping, and kind of like what expos are now. but they weren't called expos back then. It was like the 1982, 3, 4 around there. It was right when she had that scene where she sees the Enterprise come back in from Star Trek 3. I'd like to say that's like 83 or 84, maybe.
Yeah, that was 84. That movie was 84.
That's why I met. That's why I met her. She signed my little autograph and whatnot.
Really?
And I got the old. I got a black and white one too. Because she's like, "Oh, do you want color?" I'm like, "No, I have to get the black and white." Because the original one she had was all black and white, and then she had like tons of color. I was like, "No, I want the classic one."
That's pretty cool. She's the looker, you know, and whenever she came on, so
Swing.
And here we go.
That's the sound the doors made to her.
Let's just set the mood for the evening. That's how it's gonna go, man.
That's the sound the doors made to her quarters. Swing, swing.
Lordy.
So, she always had these crazy hairstyles. Like she's got, a basket weave on top of her head.
It
was like, cool back then, but now you look at it and you're like, what the hell?
Well, if you look at her hair, she's got 3 haircuts. She has the who's the one from Voyager with the short hair?
Paul? Oh no, wrong one. Voyager with the short hair.
And she left the show. She was with Neelix.
Oh, Cass.
Yes. She's got 1 layer of Kess hair. And then she's got this.
Remember though, it was the 60s, brother. Come on.
She's got.
And by the way,
the basket weave.
Yeah, you have to check her. You have to check this out. Charlie X is trying his hardest not to read her insignia to know where she's from. Like, do I salute? Do I what?
Yeah, so she's got the Kess, she's got the basket, and then
try go back to it.
She's got the I Dream of Jeannie. So she's got like 3 haircuts going on at the same time.
It's like, how does she have time to even do that? Or does, how does she have time to do that?
Well, maybe she's
every
bald.
morning.
Maybe she's bald, like what's her name? Like a Delton.
No, she's a human. Yeah, that's a different person. Go ahead. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Now to movies now. Next week we'll be talking about the motion picture.
Charlie goes down to sick bay to, I don't know, do whatever this thing does, because it's kind of like I don't know. He's got bicycle hand grips and
kind of like calisthenics.
It's calisthenics, yeah.
Running I don't know.
Matt Jeffries wrote a nice thing about that. He said sometimes people don't know, but that's powering the engines. I thought that was freaking hilarious. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Send somebody down to get a physical. We need warp factor 5.
Captain will give it all she's got.
So he turns out to be, for somebody who's been, I think they said, alone on a planet for 14 years, he's in perfect health. So they can't, that was the first, they're questioning what's going on with him. So then he's helping these guys out, and the guy in the red gives a butt slap to the guy in the blue, and Charlie's like, "Hey, butt slaps! I could do butt slaps. I could do butt slaps. Yeah."
I don't think that's what the picture's showing, sir. You're showing the wrong picture for the butt slaps.
And then
these are the dinglings.
And he runs into Yeoman Rand again, and he gives her a butt slap. And then she's like, "Oh, you can't do that. Go talk to Kirk. He'll tell you why you can't do that. So he gives her a gift of this.
It was like perfume, wasn't
I
it?
guess, yeah, perfume and a light bulb. And
Christmas ornament.
And she's like, they didn't have this in the ship's store. Apparently they have like a mall on the Enterprise, because she said they didn't have any of these in the ship's store. How did you get it? And he's like, well, it's a gift. So I guess he read her mind, that's her favorite, or I don't know, smelled it on her and knew what it was or whatever. And then there's the...
Yeah, get it.
So then we go over, and I guess this is...
oh, we can't play it? You can't play the music and whatnot?
Bling, bling, bling,
No, not you.
bling.
Like a miniature harp type thing.
Yeah.
Miniature?
There's there's Spock with a smile on his face. His eyebrows are up, and he's thinking of what Uhura is doing on the table, and she's singing, and I guess this was the first episode we saw that. Well, I mean, it's only the second one, so yeah. So she had some vocal talent, and liked
Beautiful
to sing.
voice. Yeah.
And she's singing about Charlie. Charlie is our darling, I think she was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't like it.
Debbie, you know how it goes? Can you sing it?
Oh, hell no.
Charlie's our darling.
See, I knew John was gonna do
it.
Yeah, you won't catch me singing anything. If I'm in my car by myself, yeah, I'll crank.
Well, nobody watches this crap anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's like I'm alone in my car anyway. So Charlie is doesn't like it, and he gets he gives her the old side eye, and the next thing we know is she's gone horse. She's gone miniature. She's gone pony, miniature horse. She's just a little horse. So then they run into he sees Captain Kirk in the hallway, and Kirk's like, you really can't slap a. We don't hit women in space.
Well, he says there's no good way to hit a woman. I'm like, what? What kind of line is that?
Well, it was the 60s, so
This is true, but when
ask Archie Bunker.
When he said that, it just made me laugh. I thought that was hilarious. There's no good way to hit a woman.
It's all bad ways. When I hit a woman, it's always bad.
Funny story. Remember Humphrey Bogart and Audrey Hepburn being the couple?
Mm-hmm.
One threw an ashtray, the other one got a good clock in, and they always said, you know what? I think Lauren Bacall got the best shot. Now, who do you think threw the ashtray? Who do you think got the good clock in?
Well,
I'll be right back.
Humphrey Bogart was tiny.
He was like 4'5", right?
My dad was 5'6", and
how tall is R2D2? I need height at like 3.5 feet. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like 2 feet higher. Okay, got it.
So my dad would tell us a story how he ran into Humphrey Bogart on the street in Manhattan.
Really?
One night, yeah, getting out of his limo, and my dad was dating somebody, and Humphrey looked at her the wrong way, and my dad walked up to Humphrey Bogart and basically threatened to kick his ass as he got out of his limo.
kidding.
Yeah, and my uncle had stepped in. They were going into some nightclub in Brooklyn, and but that's a dad story, so I don't know if you know what I mean. You know, it could just be a couple of beers down in the seventh inning, and like, oh, did I tell you about the time I almost fought Humphrey Bogart?
Oh,
But
Lord.
you can
Good
never
story,
tell.
though.
So then, Kirk says there's no good way to hit a woman. Men you can hit, but not women. So they get a call from the bridge saying the ship is trying to call you, Captain. Come on. They want to reach you and talk to you about something. So he's like, I'm on my way to the bridge. I'll be right there. So I don't know how long they stopped, because it goes immediately from this to this. So he had time to change his shirt in the elevator. Did you notice that?
Well,
They
God,
must have
depends on
like
how
a
many.
secret. They must have like a secret closet in the
Or is it like the Batcave?
or he could be like Wonder Woman where he like twirls around and it changes outfits.
There you go. But
It's been a while since I've seen an episode, man, but I don't recall that. But all right.
He goes from his goldies to his greenies.
I want to see the video, man. I don't believe it. It's been a while. I know.
So then the ship is calling, and they're trying. I guess they're trying to warn the Enterprise about Charlie, and Charlie realizes it, and he sends out this signal that just garbles the radio. And I don't know if they did he actually destroy the ship?
Yeah, he says it towards the end of the episode. Something about some kind of waffle panel was already loose and it would have blew up anyways. So he just hurried it along.
The waffle panel.
Something like that. Waffle iron, maybe. I don't know.
They plugged in the waffle iron and the hair dryer at the same time.
I think Debbie was hungry and thinking about Waffle House.
I'm pretty sure he said waffle panel or something like that.
Yeah, it was the Texas-shaped waffle panel that that they had down in the commissary and blew up the ship. And none of the crew seemed to be like upset at anything Charlie does, because the next thing you see is they're playing three-dimensional chess, or just having a good time. And then you have he gets upset because now does Spock beat him?
Well, Charlie makes a move and then Spock makes a move, and he tells him first. He says that was a mistake. Of course, Charlie says no, it wasn't. And then Spock makes his move, which is a checkmate. And he gets all butthurt over it.
So then
now,
Spock.
See, I took things differently though, because I was thinking Kirk's telling Spock, keep an eye on this dude, because he's kind of shady, and that's why Spock's hanging out with him. Otherwise, why would Spock be hanging out with him?
Well, then, but it didn't last very long.
Yeah, Spock gets up and leaves.
Yeah.
But then he was commanded to hang out with him. I'm telling you.
And then the next thing you know is Charlie is
he's pissing off Charlie.
Yeah, he melts down the chess pieces.
Yeah. He pushes Charlie to that limit. So I'm telling you, man, it's a whole ploy.
So Charlie leaves after he melts down the chess pieces, and he sees Yeoman Rand and what was her name? Tina?
I think so.
I think her name was Tina. Yeah, they see Tina and Yeoman Rand in the hallway. And now, I mean, Charlie has the opportunity to really, go for the, it's like, come on, Charlie. And Charlie just says, I just want to talk to you. And then Tina's like, oh, well, fine. I'll just go somewhere I'm wanted.
How rude.
Yeah, I know, really. No wonder you're alone. So.
Damn! You have to take it to that level for that character, huh?
Hey, I'm just analyzing what I saw.
And now you go, what they're doing, breakdancing? We got breakdancing here.
Yeah, then they, I guess they're trying to keep an eye on Charlie.
Boogaloo.
Yes. It's space disco, and of course
we had enough from Buck Rogers. Come on.
Shatner had to get his shirt off, and
that's Shatner. Hold on, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, he's teaching. Like, let me teach you how to do a barrel roll, and they're trying to teach Charlie combat. I don't know, that jujitsu or karate or whatever.
I think it was just self-defense and how
martial arts that they have. And he's teaching him the barrel roll, and then Charlie's like, I don't want to do that. He's like, come on, Charlie. I don't want to do that. And he's like, well, okay, that's it. Pack up your stuff and let's get out of here. And he's like, well, you said you were going to teach me. And he's like, well, if you don't want to learn what you need to learn, we're not going to bother trying to teach you. So then he gets one of the other crewmen to
let me see if I can do that. Hold on.
One of the other crewmen are sitting in the
am I getting it?
Yeah, no. It's pretty close.
I got it?
Yeah, have another drink.
Coffee. I'm trying to stay awake, man.
He's fighting with Kirk, and Kirk throws Charlie down, and the other dude laughs, and Charlie rolls his eyes back and makes him disappear. You hear the and he just disappears.
How'd that go again?
Just like that. And Kirk, still without a shirt on, says, and he doesn't even seem like he's upset or worried.
Kirk's
that
disappointed. You look at it, Kirk's got a disappointed look on his face. Look at that.
He's like,
come on, man. He's like, come on, man. Come on. Don't be doing that shit to don't be doing that stuff to my crew.
Well, he's like, Charlie's like, well, he laughed at me. He was laughing at me, and I don't like that. And he made him disappear. And Kirk is just standing there like, come on, Charlie, look at me.
Kirk's in his Kirk's in his superhero pose.
That's it.
He just needs a cape. That's all he needs.
And a shirt.
He could go without the shirt, just the cape and his little red leggings there, and
So then,
all right, Debbie, tell us how it's gonna go again. How's that story go for you? No wonder it took you 2 hours to watch this.
Oh, it didn't take that long.
So then we go back, and Charlie is hanging out, and he goes in to see Yeoman Rand again. And Yeoman Rand is just done with him and tries to leave. And he does the...
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. It hurt my eyes.
And then Yeoman Rand disappears. She gone.
And then Kirk shows up without a shirt again.
No.
Oh no, he got dressed. And
Hey, help the guy. Oh, gotta wear shirts now. What's the plan, guys? I don't know.
well, I think they had a good plan. Anybody want to tell them what the plan was?
Well, the plan was, because I think Kirk has realized that. Oh wait, are we to the point where Charlie's in control of the whole ship now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, so he's in control of the whole ship, but he's pretty much reached his maximum, his breaking point. So their plan is to light everything up, turn everything on, enough to where he's distracted to where Bones could inject him with something I would assume would knock him out.
Medical marijuana.
Yeah. And it kind of worked.
Yeah, space grass.
It worked.
Yeah, so they turn on everything, and Charlie can't control himself, and then the greenheads show up.
Hit some miracle marijuana. I'm telling you.
You start seeing things. Yep. So this guy starts to apologize and says,
"That's how it usually goes." Sorry, dude. My bad.
Oopsies.
Let me get the asshole out of here.
Sorry, we let him go. But we thought it would be better. I don't know if Charlie escaped. Did Charlie escape from them, or did they let him go?
Marty is messaging.
Oh, there he is. Hey
guys.
You were down the bottom. That's why I didn't see you.
Didn't see me. That's okay.
It's you were kind of like Yeoman Rand when she disappeared,
So I have to just, I was like screaming at the monitor when you brought up this point about how subtly Kirk takes a crewman disappearing in front of his eyes, and his total reaction is to put his hands on the hips and give him like, "I'm disappointed in you" look. like you just made another human being vaporize into thin air, and Dad's angry. And as far as the plan goes, the major flaw in this plan was having this young, impressionable young man be taught the ways of the world by the horniest man in the galaxy. It's probably doomed to failure. But did it really take you 2 hours to get through this episode?
No, I think he's insinuating that I paused on Kirk's shirtless body for a while.
Oh, okay. Because I have to tell you, those space tights, man, I really don't know why we never revisited them again.
I'm really worried about you guys' fashion sense, man.
There's always one sock missing from Kirk's drawer. I don't know why.
All I know, the next convention I'm going to, I'm wearing that as my cosplay.
Now, next thing you do is going to be showing that picture of the next generation, those mini skirts. That was a bad decision, man.
Oh, the scant.
Oh, man.
The scant uniform.
Oh, good. Oh, good Lord. I was like, what? No.
So we have
We're recapping, right, John?
I guess Charlie's dad now come in and be like, my bad, like Jeff said, my bad. We'll come get him. We'll pick him up. Your kid's on my lawn and he's making a mess. Come get him. So Charlie was actually a human, and his parents died on that planet, and then these green folk took him in. Is that what it was? And he learned
Mhm.
The ways of the Force from them.
Yeah. They gave him powers. The Force
Because I
But
could
what-
see, Charlie could, the way I was watching it, could be a precursor to the Q.
I was thinking the same thing. Like maybe these, what the hell are they called? Thasians? They're like Q adjacent, maybe.
Yeah.
But again, just harkens back to Roddenberry and the whole, I don't believe in God, but here's a bunch of godlike aliens.
Exactly. I think there's another character that, and it's been so long since I've watched these episodes, but there's another character, and I can't remember his name, but he reminds me of
Trelane.
Yes.
So you have Trelane, you have these guys, you have the Metrons from Arena, and you have the Organians from the like, how many non-corporeal super beings are actually out there? And why do they keep picking on this one particular starship?
And wasn't Adonis?
Well, he had the non-corporeal hand, Apollo.
Well,
Could have been this guy's hand for all we know. It was green.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, this guy. He came back and had the hand job, or he just holds the ship. So
what kills me about this scene is, the Charlie's guardian says, that they'll take him back, blah blah blah, and then Kirk, he says, well, he belongs with his kind. And I'm like, really? After everything you just seen, and you want to put him with humans? I'm like,
yeah.
What the hell are you thinking, Kirk?
weren't you thinking about killing him just a few minutes ago?
Exactly. Jeez.
That's kind of a quick U-turn in, in thinking. But yeah, no, he's too dangerous. He's too dangerous. Oh, you can't take him. He belongs with us.
Like, I mean, if the Guardian could take his powers away, maybe then he could be with humans, but I guess that wasn't even an option. So
yeah, now why couldn't that be an option? Because I'm thinking to myself, if this guy is a human and Yoda here gave him the Force, why couldn't they take it away?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Well, that would just be rude. You don't give somebody a gift and then take it back.
Right. It'd be an Indian giver.
Well, when it's a little whiny brat, you do.
All right. Yes, he's killed a few people. Yes, he's taken a few faces off. Yes, he's turned a few people into iguanas. But, what young kid hasn't? I'll tell you the truth. If they did this episode today, more people would have a problem with the ass slapping than anything else.
Yes. You'd never see it happening.
Yeah, no.
They'd have to leave it on the cutting room floor.
There'd be a disclaimer. I'm surprised there isn't a disclaimer in front of this episode, not to trigger people.
Why would there be a disclaimer?
Sexual harassment.
And as we know, Starfleet.
It was the 60s, man.
Yeah,
Let it go.
Right, but it's also on streaming service.
Hold on. You're watching a product of the 60s. That mannerism, that mindset, you gotta let things go. People's too sensitive.
I recently watched Birth of a Nation, and it had a disclaimer in front of it, and that's from 1919.
Wait a minute, was that from God? Disclaimer from God?
The Library of Congress. Birth of a Nation.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Birth of a Nation, like everything.
No, that was the silent 1919 movie, and there's a disclaimer in front of it. So, but again, historically, I think Starfleet has really got a piss poor HR department because they have the females running around in miniskirts. You have a clear.
That's a complaint.
Well,
Whoa,
I'm just,
no, man.
for the ladies, it is. You've got
come on.
your chief surgeon clearly has no use for anybody who's not a human.
You're just mad. You're just mad because guys are wearing mini skirts in Next Generation. That's all.
Well, if they got the legs and can pull it off, but you never saw Picard or Riker walking around in one of those.
Actually, they did.
To the internet? John, can
actually,
you go to the internet?
No,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah, they did. Picard. I know Picard had the mini skirt off.
Can someone pull up that picture? I bet. Come on. Debbie's on it. I know she's on
Don't traumatize me.
Now,
Or you're gonna have John. You're gonna have to put a disclaimer in front of this episode.
I love the way Star Trek did what they did. I mean, girls in the mini skirts was hot in the 60s. Come on.
No, I'm in total agreement. I'm just saying the younger generation of people first discovering it now, they seem to have a problem with everything.
I was a Discovery child from the 70s. I was cool.
Yeah, I again, up to the 90s, I didn't think anything of it until everybody started.
Wait a minute. No. Up until the day, I have no complaints. Chicks in mini skirts, man. Rules.
John can speak to my leanings, and he knows I fully support mini skirts.
Oh, yeah, don't forget those go-go boots. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I think Lost in Space brought that to light really good.
Yeah, that. Okay.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. That's just.
I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
Here's the deal. I think Roddenberry did because you know what? Equal rights and bullshit like that. Here's the deal. I was like going, I didn't like the Next Generation already, and like going, I'm out still. I'll check in later. It wasn't until the movies I gave the Next Generation a fair shake, man.
Well, thank God the planned European swimsuit uniform never really took off. The Mankini uniform. Yeah, no.
So they come and they take. Let's get back on track.
Yeah, let's get to Charlie. Yeah.
I thought we were at the end already.
Yeah. So they bring. He says we've brought everybody back. So I guess the ship is back from its waffle iron accident.
No, they could bring those guys back.
They couldn't bring them back.
No, they could bring them back, but they could bring back the ones on. Well, because he destroyed the ship, they were totally obliterated. So
they only have a 48-hour return policy. So
yeah, but they could bring back and put everybody back to normal on the Enterprise.
Right. So Rand comes back minus her, I guess, underwear, because.
Hey, George Lucas says there's no bras in space, man. George Lucas said so.
The environmental controls must have been affected by the alien visit.
So, yeah. And then you got Spock over here going like, ooh,
swing.
Is this what feelings feel like?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just got a hold of McCoy's secret stash, so you know.
Spock is 2 seconds away from saying "forward torpedoes, armed, Captain."
And then that's it. That's it. That's the end of the episode. That's I've seen parts of that one many, many times. This is the first time I've watched it all the way through because, like you said earlier, Deb, it is a tough watch because I don't know. There was just something about Charlie that I don't know. I didn't like. I don't know if it was the actor. He had that giant forehead.
He had pretty blue eyes, though.
When they weren't rolling back in his skull.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the whole character is very off-putting. Yeah. And I don't know if that is a choice by the actor, because I have read in a lot of things that even during the shoot, he would go to his trailer and remove himself. He wouldn't eat with the cast to try and stay in character and have that aloofness. But he oscillates between being kind of aloof and you feel sorry for him and just being a complete douche. And that's a hard role to pull off, and I don't think he's fully successful at it. I agree with you. Although I have to say it was better than Malcolm X. Thank you. I needed one.
So what were you saying, Jeff? What were you going to ask?
I don't care no more, man.
Okay.
Well, no, I
Okay.
mean, I you went to Malcolm X, and that's like throughout what I was trying to say. I forgot what I was trying to say after that. I was like, going, what?
You've had brain wipe.
How the hell you compare this to Malcolm X? I was like, going, okay, I was trying to figure out that analogy, but anyway, I'll get probably 2-3 days later.
It's the X. They both have the same last name.
Well, they were both X-Men. So.
Charlie X and Malcolm X. Yeah. Wow, what a buddy cop picture.
Oh, good Lord. Well, I still lost my train of thought, so go ahead.
So final thoughts, Deb?
Well, I mean, if you dig a little deeper into this episode, it kind of it's another precursor to our society today. A lot of these young people, I'm not saying all of them because I know a lot of nice ones, but there are just some young people who they just don't have the socialization. I mean, they're on social media every day, but yet when it comes to interacting with other people, they just can't do it. They're rude, they're entitled, kind of like Charlie, kind of a precursor.
Now, do you think that was the point that they were trying to make in the story? How the younger generation is self-centered and only wants gratification, can't handle criticism.
Well, yeah, I mean, there were some people in the 60s and mostly 70s that they were like that. Not to the extent that I think they are today. I think today some of the young people, I mean, it's to the extreme, the entitlement, and they think they're owed everything and everything should come very easily to them. So precursor to Anakin, which I said earlier in the show. Anakin on steroids. But yeah. I think it, yeah. Well, Gene, he did stuff like that related to that time period.
Right.
What was going on with America. And of course you had, Vietnam going on and people avoiding the draft and protests and spitting on, the boys when they came home. So, yep.
Now, it's funny, when I watched this episode this afternoon, I thought to myself, if they were to remake this today, right? The outside loner who can't fit in with people decides he's going to kind of take his revenge on everybody. It almost, to me, was a parallel of like school shooting stories.
Exactly.
That instead of the gun, he's got this wonderful roll back your eyes and do whatever you want kind of power. And I think it speaks a lot to isolation and not having that human connection, and that's what we kind of wind up with is monsters. But unlike school shooters today, when he says I want to stay, and that I think is the most effective part of the episode, because in that last couple of seconds, you grasp that no matter what he's done or what he was going to do, he's just still a scared kid. And then he's pulled away.
Yeah, he wanted that human connection so badly, but he didn't know how to connect. And that was because of, living alone on that planet. Now, I don't know how much interaction he had with the Shrek people or, the green guys, but yeah, evidently not too much because, he just didn't know how to interact with people or take social cues.
I think what really doesn't come across in the story is that these were non-corporeal beings. So he never had any touch, any feeling, any kind of warmth, kindness, that human just holding somebody, touching another person. And I think that would have been a very interesting angle to have played up instead of, seeing guys slap someone on the ass and copy it. But I think there were a lot of missed opportunities here. And I just wonder, it feels to me like this was a much longer script that somehow a lot of sections got kind of cut out. And I agree, the pacing on it is tough because I found myself looking at my phone and looking away. And I even said to myself, I thought I liked this episode more than I did, but this is not great.
Well, they were still trying to find their groove.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's an early episode.
Like I was going to say, it's the second episode, and they redid the pilot twice, so you have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But the pilot episodes, I thought they were much better.
You have to remember, you have to remember, they did the pilot, erased that. They did the first episode. This is the second one. They're still trying to find their feet. Spock is trying not to smile.
Right. Well,
smile.
he failed miserably.
He's trying not to.
Right.
Because after they did a second pilot, this is literally right after that. I mean, literally.
Yeah,
it's gone before. Charlie X is the first 2 episodes.
He was flirting with your Uhura, so
I know
he was practicing his flirting.
I love Nichelle, but I could have done without the singing. I could have
done without the singing that new Star Trek too, man. I'm telling you, I feel you on that.
Oh my god!
And this song was much better than this song was much better than the one she does in a few episodes in
with the hippy dippy one.
No, the one with the Shakespearean actors. Where she's singing and Riley gets poisoned in engineering.
Oh, that was at the end of
the name's escaping.
1, I think.
Yeah, it's towards the end
of season 1. I think it's the end of season 1.
That song is just painful. These were at least short and kind of moved on.
Now, doesn't she sing in Star Trek 5 also?
The feather dance.
Yeah. Feathers, yeah.
Up on the sand dunes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And those gigantic feathers, which I think she just happened to bring with her just in case, because
it keeps them in,
I didn't see any large birds running around that planet.
Now, Kirk's like going, look, go into the closet.
She probably.
Chicks.
If anybody's ever traveled with your significant other, they overpack. So this is probably her first away mission in 25 years. She took everything with her.
Yeah,
I'm still buying that. It's Kirk's closet, man. He's met a lot of groovy chicks over the years.
She just grabbed 2 of his spare wigs and flapped them out.
She killed the last ostrich on Nimbus 3. So. All right. Well, what would you? Let's give a number to this episode. Jeff, what do you, out of 10, where do you put this?
It's still episode 2, man. It's episode 2.
Now, what would you rate it?
What would you rate it?
Oh,
out of 10.
It's Star Trek, man. 10. It's Star Trek. I love it. I don't have ratings of my children the way you guys do. But then again, Debbie, do you have any children?
Yes, I have 3 adults. Yes, 3 adult children.
But you don't like children. That's the way we started.
Just
the
that
episode
Star
off.
Trek, that's all, because they ruined the episodes.
I could see that one with the Gorgon's going to be a fun one.
I saw somebody today on TikTok complaining that Worf's kid was played by a white guy.
I seen that. I was like, okay, his mother was
With
played
all these
by a white
Klingons
woman.
around, come on.
Gowron
Kid's
was right.
biracial,
and-
come on.
Was Doris white? I could be wrong. And I believe both Jorah's sisters were. So, as was every original Klingon that we ever saw.
Right, but what they're saying is the first black Klingon should have a black child.
I thought Klingons were always black.
And then the guy, somebody
Except
came
for-
in and
except for the
said,
60s.
well,
The
if you look
60s
at
are more Mexican,
the
right? They're the Mexican Klingons in the 60s. And then in the 80s, next generation, they went black, right?
I don't know.
No, it was
No, because
it was-
they
it
went
was
back. Okay, that's a bad
Was
joke.
that
Sorry.
Marty?
You said they went black, and I said that's not true. They eventually went back.
You know what I'm trying to say, man. You
No,
what I'm
I know what
to
you're
say.
trying to say. Again, does it matter in the grand scheme of things?
I don't-
It's just something for somebody to complain about and get clicks and likes
Yeah.
and
Somebody
start
just-
an uproar and blah, blah,
The
blah.
bigger problem, Worf was the worst father in the galaxy, and we don't know what the hell happened to Alexander after Deep Space Nine. He could be dead for all we know. We probably know more than Worf does about his own kid right now. I'd be
Yeah.
more concerned about that. Although I don't think there's Klingon Child Protective Services.
Deb, what do you give this episode?
Well, I'm debating on a 2 or a 3 because I'm thinking there's some worse ones out there. if I'm remembering correctly. So we'll put it at a 3.
So this is a rating on the first 2 episodes ever. Thinking about it, because we can't rate the other ones because we haven't talked about them yet.
Well, that's why I gave it a 3. I wanted to give it a 1, but I know there's worse episodes
But
out
there's
there that pertain
there's
to
only
kids.
one episode before this, so you're rating 2 episodes, right?
No,
the first
I'm
one
rating
and the
this
second.
episode.
No, on its own merits, we're saying. Just on its own merits.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not with the whole thing. Now with the first 2. Okay, I'm trying to figure out lineage.
No, I agree with you. For an early episode, they are still getting their footing.
Mhm.
But if this was the only episode you saw and had to give it a rating in a vacuum, I would give it between a 4.5 and a 5. I think the concept was good. I think the execution just missed on every mark, from acting choices to plot holes to just some bizarre choices.
Yeah,
you have
well, see,
words to
I mean,
talk
we were talking before about the how Charlie is all about me, right? And that's why he makes people disappear, because he doesn't, understand a joke or a comment or whatever. But then you also you throw in Tina, and she was the exact same way, wasn't she?
Well, I think she got insulted, and I think then she became a little bratty.
Right. And then once she says, well, I'll just go somewhere I'm wanted then, and then storms off. But I think, I see them as a perfect match.
Well, I think Janice said that they were about the same age, so that tracks. 17-year-old girl. Yeah, sure, she's gonna act that way.
And why is she in Starfleet? 17.
Well, look who's captain. I could just see those subspace messages. What's the youngest we can get one on board here? My yeoman's already 23.
Well,
This is
Get
not
out of
working
here,
anymore.
guys.
Yeah, again,
I have a reputation to uphold here.
some questionable Starfleet decisions being made.
So
Yeah.
all right, up next, next week's episode is which one is that? That is
I got it right
We're
here.
no
Hold
one
on.
The next one.
We're doing Gilligan's Island, right?
No, we're no
Oh, come on! We can do Gilligan's Island.
where no one has gone before. Is that the next one?
I think it is, yes.
Or To Boldly Go?
No. It's Where No Man Has Gone Before, yeah.
Okay.
We can always do Batman. We can do Batman. All right, I got one more. Hold on. I'm reaching for this one. Because if you're not gonna do Batman, well,
Whoops. What the?
Hey,
it is.
there you are. Eventually, Buck Rogers, yes.
Yes,
but
I would love to do that one. Yes.
all right, I got one.
We'll do
I
that
got-
one
yeah,
and
one-
Battlestar Battlestar
Yes.
Galactica.
Yes.
The original?
So, yeah.
And if we really,
Yeah,
really
of
want
course,
to push it,
original, of
we could
course.
Space 1999.
We just have to find a day that
for the
rhymes
guys
with
over the pond.
Galactica. You know, like we have Federation Friday, we can have
Oh, I have that kind of time. Hold on.
Hold on a second.
yeah,
gotta
what
think.
rhymes with Galactica?
Marty barely joined in for the last 5 minutes. So
To be fair, I was waiting in the line to be admitted.
He was in the lobby.
I really was here about 5 minutes late, and I didn't realize that. I'm going, hello, can anybody hear me? So I thought I was having a technical issue, and then I saw the little thing at the bottom of my screen saying I wasn't admitted. So that's when I decided to text John. All right, so that's our assignment for next week too, is come up with a catchy name for the Galactica rewatch.
Yeah.
so no, we're not doing
Starbucks Sundays. I don't know.
Twiggy Tuesdays.
Tweaky Tuesday. Beady beady beady.
Oh my God. That thing was the most annoying thing ever.
What's up, Huck?
Hey, Mel Blanc is a genius.
Who did the voice of the doctor?
Mel Blanc. Oh, the doctor.
Dr. Theopolis.
Yeah. Was that the
I thought it was Mel Blanc.
that
too.
wasn't
You know, I looked
wasn't
it up once.
wasn't the
and I
car,
don't-
was it? It wasn't the guy
No.
who did
No, it wasn't Knight Rider.
No. The
No.
car. That
And then-
57 Chevy's rocking, dude.
And we could do a special 2-part episode. What the hell happened between season 1 and season 2?
Yeah.
That you talk about a
Forget
jarring
about that.
shift.
And who knows? Maybe we can premiere Tweaky Tuesdays on 420. Is 420 a Tuesday?
It could be, man. It's up to you.
Hey man, welcome to Tweaker. You're on Tweaker Tuesday. No, Tweaky Tuesday.
Next caller. Yeah.
Hey, you might get more followers that way.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's just a typo.
Oh God.
All right. So next week is Where No Man Has Gone Before. I don't remember what
I
this
thought that
one
was the
is
first one.
about. What?
So this is this was actually episode 1, which was pilot number 2.
Two.
Which was shown out of order as number 4. This is the one where the Enterprise breaches the galactic barrier and Gary Mitchell gains
The
godlike
glowing
powers.
eyes. The
So-
glowing eyes.
We have another super powerful being that has some kind of weird eye connection. Yeah, and we lose some crew members and gain ones we never see again in that episode. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, absolutely.
So Deb, what do you got coming up?
Let's see. This is Friday. I have. I'll be on Monday night for MCU Mondays. We are talking the latest Marvel entry series, Echo season, Echo episode 2, and then on Thursday, Cantina Happy Hour, and I believe we have decided to do episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Rebels season 1. We just got done reviewing the 2 Ewok movies, which that was rough.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, Marty, did you see those when they were on TV?
Of course I did.
Okay. What did you think back at then? Were they not the greatest things you've ever seen?
I love the first one. And then I remember, because I was a little bit older when the second one came out, I hung in for about an hour on the second one and then kind of mentally punched out.
Well, hell, you only had a half more hour to go.
I did. You know what? I couldn't do it for some reason. So, and I sat through the Star Wars Holiday Special in its entirety when it first aired. So
did I.
I still kind of recovering from that.
It's a traumatizing childhood trauma, PTSD.
Yes, I just remember my brother recently watched it for the first time. He doesn't remember watching it. He's a little younger than me, and I get a phone call 20 minutes into it. He's like, "Does anybody talk in this thing, or is it just Wookiee sounds for an hour?" He's like,
"Have you seen the documentary on it?"
I haven't. It's in my watch list. I almost picked it up sight unseen. I almost purchased it.
That should be your next episode. Is the documentary, Deb?
I'm hearing great things about it.
Where can you watch it at? It's not on Disney.
No,
you
can buy it anywhere you want.
It's video on demand now.
Yeah,
because it's got a.
Disney doesn't own this. Disney doesn't have any say on this. This is the cool part.
Well, I wonder if it's on Vudu. The last time I checked Vudu, they didn't have it.
Feelings.
Yeah, I think it's on Vudu, and but it's like one of those $20 to rent ones. It's still ridiculously expensive. But yeah, I want to sit down and watch that one of these days.
Yeah, it's called A Disturbance in the Force.
Perfect title.
Really good. Really good. Real shocker. I didn't know Robin Williams was supposed to be in it. I thought, wow, a little piece of knowledge I never knew.
Listen, you combine B. Arthur and Star Wars, I'm there.
Well, when Robin Williams was supposed to be in it, I was like, what? It could have been a lot different, thing.
Yeah.
It's just such a product of its time. Like, okay, so we had Jefferson, were they Airplane or Starship at that point, right? How do you get Jefferson Starship and
no, I think it was Airplane because it was
always
Starship. They became the Starship into the 80s.
Yeah, so yeah, I think they were at the tail end of Airplane.
Airplane, yep.
Yeah, I think how do you get Jefferson Airplane and Harvey Korman on the same bill? That's just I'm pulling a blank here. All right, so you got B. Arthur, right?
You have to remember the time frame. Number one show was Carol Burnett. So why not Harvey Korman?
Well, that's what they go to.
Had her own. B. Arthur had Maude. Maude's coming up. We had all the family extending. Think about that. This is the reason why. This is the popular.
Art Carney.
Yeah, Art Carney.
Art Carney for the honeymooners.
The weird. I even as a kid, I felt uncomfortable watching Chewie's dad watching that performance in the little hollow box. Like, what's going on here?
There you go.
So, Jeff, what do you got coming up on the Collector Zone?
Space porn, man. Well, not space porn. Well, as you saw recently, I unveiled the 2600 Plus. That was really cool. But I'm doing some testing, man. I got this new controller for the 2600 Plus. You play 7800 games with it because it's got 2 buttons on there. It's got this nice little joystick thing and looks like just like a NES controller. Really thin, really lightweight. Because when I was playing games, this was hurt my. My hand was cramping. I was like trying to play Robotron and stuff. This thing is a work. I swear to God, I wasn't like this when I was a kid. My hand didn't cramp, but I'm getting old, man.
Try the other hand.
This is why.
I thought you were going to play the other music for a second.
No, this is why.
Oh.
Oh, Lori.
And so Monday.
That's what's going on with the Collector Zone. Thank you, John.
Monday, if we can, I'd like to have him on the channel, Jeff. So see if you can take a nap and contact him.
I can't. No. Mondays are out for me, man. Mondays, Tuesdays are gone for me.
They're gone? Okay.
I can't exist. Sorry. I got too much going on, man.
Okay. Because Monday
we'll
is
We'll work on it.
Monday is the 4-year anniversary of this channel. So I'm going to come on.
I got to make time. Hold on. I got to make time for that Monday.
I might, if Jeff can't join me, I might finish trying to build this thing. I don't know. I've been working on.
I'm not going to watch you build that. No, I don't have that kind of time. Hold on.
Johnny 5.
Yeah, he's actually halfway. Where's your built half, John? He's got the top half. There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Nice.
And then here's the rest of it.
Go ahead. We'll reach out to Steve Gutenberg and see if he can give you some advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's doing anything these days.
Hey, we just saw him on the Retro Expo. Remember?
You've got mail.
Wow, there was a blast from the past.
Welcome to 1987.
That's Steve Gutenberg. Look at that. Sure, I'll come on the show.
All right. So, like I said, Monday is the 4-year anniversary of this channel. We'll figure out. I'll do something.
I'll be here.
I got other stuff to build. I got a wooden R2D2 to build. Maybe play some video games.
C3PO. You got C3PO going too?
No. Just R2. Marty, you got anything that you're doing? Just gonna be here next Friday.
I will be there next Friday, and I will be doing absolutely nothing for the next week. Actually, I take that back. I will be putting Christmas stuff away, as I've been doing for the last week. So, by hopefully next Friday it'll be done.
Okay.
Wait a second, yeah. Marty, you're big into the Legos, right?
My son is, yeah.
Oh, I thought you.
As you can see over my other shoulder.
John needs some help, man.
Yeah. I need somebody, when they see me building some Legos, I need somebody to hit me on the back of the head with Lucille.
Help him out.
Yeah, I used to do it, and then I would get all done and then realize there was a piece 47 step back that I didn't put in and had to disassemble it to put back in, or it would fall apart. And yeah, that's that. I gave up. Oh, there you go.
This is from 9 pages ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know where this goes. It is going right here. I'm going to put it on the bottom of this lightsaber. Or maybe this guy can hold it. That's about as detailed as I can get.
As my brother would say, why'd they pack in so many extra pieces? No.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, but as he got older, it got more concerning when it was like things like a lawnmower he was putting together or the gas grill.
That's the thing. Yeah. I mean,
they traditionally don't pack in extra pieces with that stuff.
I've taken so many things apart and had extra pieces. I said, I just improved it.
Yes.
You don't
You
need
get
that.
a lot more efficiency if you take the governor off the engine. Yes, yes, you do. You'll also get a glowing red engine after a little while. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in and watching our rewatch review of Charlie X Star Trek, the original series, and isn't that Wakanda Forever?
Mm-hmm.
We can do Charlie X, man.
X-Men.
And next week, where
X,
no
right,
man has
Russell.
gone
I
before.
like this.
I don't know if we're allowed to say that anymore, or no man has
What's
gone
that?
before, but
Where they have gone before.
Stop it. Oh, good Lord. Stop. Cut
I knew
it
I'd get a smile out of him when I
man.
said it.
and thanks
Let
for
go,
watching.
guys. Let go.
We'll see you next week. Marty, hang out for a second. I want to ask you a couple of questions. And we will talk to you guys on the other side. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.